Hey guys, so it's Malone. I'm back with another video. So this video, my sister actually gave me an idea. Since today is 9/11, I decided to do a story time on 9/11 and where I was when 9/11 occurred. So here it goes.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it.
Alright, so 9/11 happened in 2001. I was 12 years old and I was in the 6th grade, I remember. And I was going to this school. I just started this new school. I just started junior high school. It was a new school in Park Slope, and the day was like regular, like as I can remember. It was like a regular school day. Like we got up, we got ready for school, we got there on time, and I don't remember what subject I was in. I think it was like homeroom or something because it happened like really early in the morning. And I remember just being at my desk and my teacher at the time answering the classroom phone. Like there was a call that came in on the classroom phone and she answered it, and she just like looked sad. And you know, at that age, like your teachers really don't tell you what's going on, so it's kind of like until they know something, they don't share with you. So hold on. So basically that's how it went. Like she just looked sad and she was kind of like waiting for another phone call, or she like looked outside the classroom. It was like other teachers that came to the classroom. They were all talking and whispering, like they didn't want us to know like what was going on, and we were just all confused and sitting around talking, like, you know, oh, this is our chance to talk, let's talk, or whatever. So we were all talking and not really knowing what was going on. And I remember a kid looked out the window. It was a young boy, and he looked out the window, and I remember him saying, look, like yelling, look. And like everybody looked out the window, and it was like these things like flying around in the air, which now I know that it was debris, basically. Debris or debris? I think it was debris. And the school that I went to, Park Slope, it wasn't too far off from Manhattan. So literally like the bridge was right there. So it wasn't like a long distance from Manhattan. So we like saw a lot of debris like in the air, and like we was just like confused, like what's that? And my teacher got back on the phone. Everyone was talking, everyone was out of their seat, you know, like I guess just taking advantage of my teacher not really paying attention. And then we were like just trying to basically figure out like what's going on, like why is everyone so sad, or this and that. And then my teacher finally came and told us that there was a really big incident that happened in Manhattan, and a lot of people were hurt, and that they're going to be doing early dismissal, basically. So they basically had to like call everyone's parents to come pick them up. And I remember like we got online, we went into the hallway. I remember my teacher like was emotional at one point. I'm not sure if she had family members that worked in the World Trade Center, and another teacher actually took over the class with walking us to the cafeteria, and we basically had to like be dismissed from like a side door, and it was like so early in the day. And I remember just seeing like a whole bunch of parents like at the steps of the side door, and like it was just a really dysfunctional dismissal. Like anything could have happened. Like kids could have got kidnapped. Like it could have been on a whole nother level. But basically that's what I remember. And like a whole bunch of parents and like yelling and like so and so's mom and Kaylee's mom, oh Kaylee, like yelling and just like very dysfunctional. And it was just like a lot of like pushing and back and forth. And I remember all the classes dismissed from that exit. And I remember when my class went out there, like I didn't see my mom or anyone that I knew out there. And so I was one of the kids that had to go back in the building and actually call my mom on the phone and see like if she could come pick me up or see if she was on her way or whatever. So I remember we went into the main office and I called my mom and I spoke to my mom, and I actually found out that she was in a cab, like she was in a taxi coming to pick me up, on her way to pick me up, and she had actually gotten into a car accident. So she basically couldn't pick me up because I guess the streets were like really crazy and all over the place. Everybody was just trying to get here, trying to get there. It was just a lot going on, even in Brooklyn, because that's where I lived and that's where I went to school at. And it was just a lot going on, and her taxi had actually gotten into a car accident on her way to come pick me up. And yeah, so I basically had to wait for her. And I remember my aunt, who wasn't too far away, who didn't work too far away, she actually had to come and get me from school. And my mom just met us at her house after. And then when we got to her house, I remember we just watched the news, and it was just a lot going on with the news. We found out that my cousin's stepmom worked in that building, and she actually had survived. Thankfully, she survived. So we were just like trying to contact people that we knew that lived in the building. That worked in that building, just to find out, if everyone was okay and everything. It was a real tragedy. I honestly, at that age, I didn't understand what was going on, but we did see like footage on the news and everything, and we knew like the basics of it, like a plane crashed into a building. But it was kind of like we didn't understand why or what this meant, like we just knew that there was like a lot of people that worked in that building, a lot of people reporting to work earlier that morning, a lot of people making their way to Manhattan. And like at that age you really don't understand, but later on we found out that it was like a really big thing, and 9/11 happened basically. So that's really what I remember from that day. That I was in school. A lot of people was hurt. A lot of relatives were hurt and even passed away because of this event. And I just want to say that I'm sorry if you have lost someone due to 9/11, and that they live on inside of you and in spirit, and they're watching over you. And just think, how would they want you to live your life? And just to keep going, even though it's like literally 18 years later today. Like, just keep going and keep striving and keep doing your best, and just know that they are watching over you and that they're all heroes, and like you're gonna be okay. Fortunately, I didn't lose anyone in that building, but I really pray every day for the people that have. And it's honestly a really tragic and sad situation. And I just want to say, like, just keep going, guys. No matter how long ago it happened, just keep going and stay positive. Thank you. See you guys soon.